Greetings all you maniacs and minds on our crimes, and welcome back to another Warframe weapon showcase. I guess you could call this revisited, because I talked about the Sancti Tigris an extremely long time ago, and now we're talking about it again. Now, why am I talking about the Sancti Tigris? I don't really know. Because there's a few setups I've been using with it that actually makes the gun somewhat okay to use. Because normally with a gun with such a low magazine and slow-esque reload, because the reload's not nearly instant for a 2-round mag, it feels kind of awkward in this game. But that's just me. Anyway, this is how I have it set up. So it is basically just completely ignoring the crit stats and going into nothing but pure damage. So that's just how I do it. Because honestly, this shotgun doesn't really have much in terms of crit. So galvanized acceleration is there to give this thing even more range, which sometimes bites me in the ass when I'm using it, because ammo can be a problem, because shotgun ammo is unfortunately fairly rare. Primary deadhead instead of primary merciless. It's personal preference. Anyway, so without doing anything, this is how long it takes to... That's a little slow, but you can animation cancel, and it's a little faster. Or you could play Harrow. And there's another setup I'll show you, but anyway. With Harrow, all you do is this. And obviously it's going to be one-shotting these guys. Or nearly one-shotting. You do have to upkeep your 2, but if you're playing Harrow, you're doing that anyway. You see, that's a lot more usable. It doesn't feel as awkward. So the next setup I have it with Hildren and Zephyr, but I'm just going to show with Zephyr. I have a little something called energized munitions. And so basically what happens is this turns into a 2-round burst shotgun for a little bit. And that is honestly pretty cool. And this thing with Zephyr, with her tornadoes, is a little absurd. But I mean, anything with Zephyr's tornadoes is kind of ridiculous. Honestly, I wish this type of shotgun, you know, the 2-round burst, I really wish the Tigris family were like this. But they're not. They're getting double barrels. And that's a little lame. Anyway, with all that being said, I am going to quickly jump into Steel Path with Zephyr. I could also use Hildren, but I trust Zephyr a lot more in Steel Path. I'm going to show her tornadoes, but then I'm also going to show the Harrow setup against normal level disruption. So that's what we're going to be doing. Oh, and one more thing I should mention. This thing has a syndicate effect. It releases an AoE of corrosive damage, doing 1,000 corrosive damage. And I'm not sure the exact effect. I think it gives you shields, or it might heal you. I think it heals you. I'm not 100% sure because I don't pay attention to it. Anyway.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
Of course this is going to be doing a lot of damage to Steel Path enemies. I mean, have you seen this thing's stats? But it's slash based. Didn't you put viral on it? No. My Panzer's already spreading viral everywhere. And also, it don't matter. It really doesn't matter. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat interaction with energized munitions. Even though I swear nobody uses it. And yes, I got rid of her too. Because it was the only ability that I was willing to get rid of on Zephyr.
Life support on the way.
Hell no, I'm not getting rid of her 3. I don't want her to be a glass cannon. Yeah, as you see here. Oh, go away. Lack of honor. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a flying fuck. Oh, great. Xmas units. Well, do that. Oh, you're stuck in the tornadoes, are you?
Delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it.
I'm not gonna fight this the acolyte because this thing is status based, and the acolyte does not really care about status. He cares about crits. That's really what kills acolytes. Is crits, not status and raw damage, but instead crit damage. Throw that. And pop these guys. They get hit with the corrosive there. Alright, now let's move on to disruption with Harrow. Alright. Time to get myself set up. Give me your extra shields there. Do that. Pillage on. And then let's start setting up the shotgun. Do a little animation canceling. You see, if the Tigris always reloaded that quickly, where there was literally no delay, I mean, you see there's a small little delay there. That's a little annoying. Don't. Oh, and by the way, the AoE of Syndicate weapons destroy crates.
Demo units looking to depart this mortal coil and take you with it. Keep it clear of that conduit.
Okay, I'm just going to do that and then reset my 2. Alright, it's nearly maxed. The max of it is 2 minutes. Harrow is pretty good at disruption. And so is the Sancti Tigris, honestly. It can delete the Demolist pretty quickly. And I think you can see my logic of getting this thing more range, because at the damage that this thing is doing, pretty much you only need like 1 or 2 pellets to kill an enemy with it. So if you're effectively sniping with it and with the punch through, you're going to be taking down huge swaths of enemies fairly quickly, even though that there's not very many enemies on normal tile sets. It's really only in Steel Path that a lot of them appear, but still. Especially if you're fighting like infested. I mean, look at this. That's nice. No, don't. That's what you get. I'm trying not to get my abilities taken away. And yeah, of course, the more pellets you get on the enemy, the better. I mean, that's just normal shotgun stuff. Okay. Hopefully I don't run out of ammo, because that would be very, very awkward. I should break all the crates. Because remember, it is still very possible to run out of ammo even with a shotgun that only has 2-round mags. Because shotgun ammo does not appear very often for some reason. Wish it did. Stop. And yeah, this thing rips people to pieces. So the corpse tickler known as Harrow, not Harrow. I mean, he might tickle corpses. He tickles your ears. But Necros will have a field day. So yeah. It is kind of a mad scramble with this. Like, you have to get really just used to pressing R. Oh, you didn't get slash procced. I thought he did. I would absolutely recommend Pillage on Harrow. I know some people are going to have their favorite ways they play Harrow with subsumed abilities, but I like Pillage. And his 4 really is not needed. It doesn't even do anything, really. Okay, stop moving and let me... A little annoying. Alright. Keep my 3 going here. Do that. Okay, I'm starting to run out of ammo. So I need to find ammo. I really should have brought like the ammo item. Don't. Ah. Hate that guy. It's the worst guy. And now I need to beat myself. 50% resource boost. Okay. As if I care. Eh. I cannot play Warframe right now, apparently. For this guy, I'm just gonna use my operator. I did not want to go up. There we are. So yeah, the Sancti Tigris. It's pretty damn powerful, but it is a little annoying that you have to do, well, at least for me. It's annoying that I have to play a specific frame or do a very specific thing with it because, again, it doesn't reload quick enough. I'm fine with it having only 2 shots because it is a double barrel. But again, it doesn't reload quick enough. It just doesn't. I don't mind the animation canceling. It is just slightly annoying. But for normal missions and even Steel Path, it does pretty well. I think it does a lot better in normal missions because one blast can take down huge swaths of enemies because they don't have enough HP, armor, and shields to survive it. But it's just one of those things. When you just looking at the stats purely only looking at stats, yeah, crit kits or whatever. Total damage is 21,000. That's a lot. That is an enormous amount of damage. But here's the thing. That is split between 12.6 plus 110% multi-shot. What is that? 20 pellets? So yeah. Basically every single pellet's going to be doing around about 1,000 damage, as you see here. I mean, I could have just looked here. Which on normal missions is going to be more than enough to almost one-shot every single enemy, even if they have shields. But here's the thing. to do this setup, you need to either animation cancel with the help of Harrow, or you need to have energized munitions so it's not frustrating. Because without all of that, this thing has a reload of 1.3. Sure, if I go ahead and I swap out primary deadhead and put on primary merciless, that's 1 second. But there's always like a second of delay, a little bit less than a second of delay when you're loading. And primary merciless I find kind of annoying to keep up. With primary deadhead, all you need is 3 headshots, and it sticks around for a while, for 24 seconds, instead of like, 4 seconds per stack of that, of primary merciless. Basically what I'm saying here is, does the Sancti Tigris work? Yes. Is it powerful? Yes. But is it going to be convenient to use? Is it going to be fun to use for some people? I would say no. The fact that I'm saying like you have to do this. No, you don't. It's Warframe. Who gives a crap? Do whatever you want. Play however you want. You're going to win. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted with Steam Overlay deciding, hey, you need to connect to your friends list. And then, like, minimizing the game and causing my recording to stop. Fuck off. Anyway, as I was saying, I lost my train of thought. Fuck me. But look, the Sancti Tigris, and also the Tigris Prime, I guess, even though I don't have it and I don't care to get it because it'd be way too expensive for what it is. It's a good weapon. I find it okay to use. It's not my favorite shotgun. That would probably have to be like the Strun Prime or the Astilla Prime or something like that. But it is definitely good. It is definitely pretty damn good. I mean, everything in the game is good, but you get what I mean. So, with all that being said in the showcase, get this weapon yourself. It's probably going to be, as much as a gum wrapper to get it if you're not in the syndicate. And try it out yourself and use this setup and see what you think. Maybe you really like it. Maybe you're like, no, I don't like this at all. That's okay. Because this is a big game. There's a lot to use. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to try. It's unfortunate we don't have a lot of content right now. So, as for Warframe content going forward, it's going to be extremely stagnated. Because there's nothing going on. Hope you didn't subscribe just for Warframe. So thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, in Trilby, we trust.